All right, our first question is for Sister Ruth, and it is from Corey Hicks. She asked, what is the proper mindset that a godly woman should have in response to the liberal agenda to redefine womanhood?
Well, the world's idea of everything is completely opposite from God's idea of everything. And so immediately when you asked me this question, my first thought went to Titus chapter 2, and it says that the older women, which I think I'm fitting more in that category by the day, that they teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. And to me, this is the total opposite of what the world is teaching. First of all, when you use the word obedient to your husbands, most people want that out of their wedding vows. It's no longer in there. So everything that God says a woman should be is very clear in his word. And we have a responsibility to teach one another, or for those older than me that have taught me. And I feel like they're much better at this than I am. Honestly, I feel like my mother has been a far more wonderful example of these scriptures than I have been in my own life. And I strive for that. But I think it's very important that the role of womanhood as God sees it is kept, is appreciated. And I think we need to cheer each other on in this, because the world says, well, if you do these things, keepers at home, chaste, obedient to your husbands, then you are being stepped on, you're a doormat. Well, that's not true at all. God says this is what we are supposed to be. And not just, oh man, as a drudgery. But I think it's to be celebrated, what God has in the role of a woman, and it's a wonderful thing. God has given us a great example of what he expects of women.